This is a Windows Phone 7 game review of Bomb Quiz, which is available in the marketplace for 99 cents, or it also has a free trial that will let you experience some of the game. So the free trial will let you play the single player and multiplayer, it just won't let you save your scores to the leaderboards. So if you buy the full version, then you can get local leaderboards where you can save your score, and of course the online leaderboards there. So, just to talk about the online leaderboards quickly, they're simply all-time leaderboards, so it's not that interesting and kind of tough to compete with there. And it looks like the score starts to get cut off once you get to the higher scores there. And it has multiple entries for one single person's name, so the top could be filled up with the same person, just 5 entries. So, the leaderboards aren't that great. And there's also no Find Me feature or anything, so those are a little disappointing. Nevertheless, this is a little game show quiz style game. So I asked you a question there, and you have to answer with the correct response. Zoology? Yes. So it has some good sound effects, has the ticking clock, has the ding for a correct answer, also has a buzz if you get it wrong. And there we go. And as you see, when you get them wrong, it decreases your time. So what is the term used? Blah, 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 blah. Hacking. So it has a variety of a bunch of different questions. If you go into the multiplayer mode, you can actually see all the different categories. So you can add a lot of players as you want. Quite a few. So we add one, and we add another, and add, another. There we go, and we start it. So those are all the categories that are in the game. As you can see, there's a ton. And the great thing about the multiplayer is you actually get to pick some categories to remove. So first person picks a category he wants to remove, say Greek or countries. Next person removes Greek mythology, maybe geography, famous people. So you actually get to customize the categories a little just by removing the ones you don't want to have. So it makes the game a little more relevant to you and a little more possible. And then once it starts, you can play local multiplayer with your friends. So starts the first person's turn. Hummingbird. Yes, and then it's the next person's turn, and so it works really easy switching turns. It makes sure that you can't just tap the screen to start, you actually have to swipe, so that works really well. And then it goes to the next person. But the problem is, the clock continues from where it is there. So, one person could just choose to get a bunch of things wrong and run down the clock. And then the next person, as you saw, was at 52 right there, starts at 52 again. So that doesn't really make sense at all, and each individual person should have their own individual timer so that it's fair. Because otherwise someone could just sit here for this whole time, and then at the very last second answer, and then it's the next person's turn, and he has 1 second left, and he loses. So that's a little unfair. Otherwise, the multiplayer mode is pretty fun to play with your friends, but there isn't any online multiplayer, so you actually have to find some friends to play with locally. And unfortunately the app does not support resuming, so if you do something and then you want to return to your game, it's gone. So those things are kind of disappointing about the game. And another thing to note is when the clock runs out, it has an animation of a bomb exploding, so let's make the time run out. And here we go. So each time you lose it has this animation. It takes a really long time to get through that, and you have to sit around there for 5 extra seconds waiting for that bomb to explode, and then you can submit your score. After you keep on playing the game a number of times, that animation just gets repetitive and you wish it went faster, and it gets a little annoying. Nevertheless, you can submit your score to the online leaderboards, and if you're in the top 50, it'll show up there. Also shows up in your local leaderboards too, which is pretty nice to keep track of your own scores. So overall, Bomb Quiz isn't the best game, and there are some issues with the questions too. They don't always use proper English. Let's see if we can find an example. Right there. Which of these characters proclaiming, by the power of Grayskull, I have the power? That's not a complete sentence. Proclaiming? It's just not correct. So, among all those errors and the little annoying things about the game and the fact that the timer doesn't reset for multiplayer, the game isn't the greatest. Interface is nice, but like I said, if you navigate away and return back, your game status will be completely cleared, and there's a number of other annoying things about the game. So, overall, I recommend you check out the trial, and then go from there. If you like it, you could buy it for 99 cents. Otherwise, you can find the trial version in the marketplace, and it's called Bomb Quiz.